when I'm wheeling, I'm just in my own world. Nothing can stop me. Like people will be next to you saying, "Oh, there's police there," and you're just like, yeah. Just in your zone, man. You just love it. Nothing matters. Forget about anything. Feel like you're flying, especially when you're standing on the seat.
Young boys on mopeds get a lot of stick in the UK. Mocked for their 50cc engines, embarrassing L plates, and a sound which resembles a dying hairdryer. They're seen as nothing more than an immature nuisance. But these kids, which you see as terrorising the roads, are actually underground superstars of the streets, with thousands of followers on Instagram, internet celebrity status, and recognised as serious riders by the US BikeLife scene. This mode of transport, usually associated with grunting prepubescent boys, is cementing the UK as a serious contender in the BikeLife scene. Taking a leaf from a hugely popular US counterpart, the London boys have started self-publicising through Instagram, organising huge ride-outs, and even have their own merchandise. When I was growing up, mopeds were something you got when you were like 16, 17, to hang outside the kebab shop or go up and down the high street. But now there's this group of young people in the UK that are turning that rite of passage into a lifestyle. It's kind of like a mod revival, except this time they're wearing trackies and got man bags. With my nostalgia for ped boys getting the better of me, I went out to meet with young ped riders, respected leaders, and Instagram stars of the London contingent to find out if BikeLife can truly exist in the UK, or if it's just a moody import. I drove to Brimsdown, a quiet industrial estate in North London, to meet a group of young riders on a warm-up for one of their big ride-outs. I'd arranged to meet Ash, aka Wheelie Kid, aka Ashman46 on Insta, co-founder of moped Facebook group UK Raise It Up, to introduce me to some of the boys. So is this like a warm-up for tomorrow?
I don't know, really. It's more of a socialising, like a chill out, calm before the storm. We'll be here for like 2 hours and then get moved on, and then we'll end up tearing up the roads and get in trouble with. Look how safe it is. There's no cars up and down. They still want to kick us off. We ain't causing no trouble. They see us as a hairdryer.
On the road. Yeah, definitely your bike.
There's none of that.
Help! When you're riding, all you're thinking is like freedom. You're just escaping from what like you're thinking about.
Kind of like when yummy mummies do yoga.
Right.
I'd rather go to a yummy mummy yoga class, but
No.
I don't mind riding.
I felt like I was back at school again. These are exactly like the boys I remember. Cute bashful banter, diamond studs, and wet lip gel.
So I've wanted to go on the back of a ped since I was like 16, and now I've just done it. Loved it. I can't get my helmet off. We were like Kim and Kanye.
Ash invited me to see the garage where he builds his sought-after bikes from scratch, famously known as the Ashman Specials.
Fresh tyres, no charge. You know how we do.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
You've been involved in UK Raise It Up for how long?
It started off, I think, about a year ago. One of my mates, he organised a ride out. From that, it sort of blew up. There was loads of bikes, and on my YouTube channel, I put a few videos up, and I literally got so many views. I said to Jake, like, look, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a page on Facebook. It does appeal quite a lot to the younger kids. They want their bit of freedom. Easiest thing to do is go and get your provisional, throw some L plates on your bike, and ride. Some people do drive dangerous, but we've got to just advise the younger lot to calm down a bit, hope that no accidents happen. Now I'd say I'm at that point where pretty much sensible until I can't help myself. This is my bike, candy red on there.
So sassy.
I literally build them from frame upwards. I've got this nice shiny exhaust.
Does it blow flames?
No, doesn't blow flames,
That's
unfortunately.
the next step. You need to up your game.
People know who I am, so I pull up on my bike. They've seen loads of pictures through Instagram, Facebook and that.
That's my baby. Watch this space.
Have you ever had people trying to steal them before?
I did have a bike. Unfortunately, a load of guys came, and kicked off the door with guns. They knew who I was. First thing they said to me was, "Where's your bike keys?" They stole my bike, they took it, but I built another one. That's how it goes. I'm not about to lose my life over a bike, It's not worth it.
Meeting Ash, it was clear that he was a far cry from the moody ped riders I remember. It was a Friday night and I was following him to Ace Cafe, a nostalgic mecca for all the old school bikers on a motorway in northwest London. This was the warm-up hype before the big ride out on Sunday.
Ashman! Yes, bigger! Oh my god, they're all coming. They just whizzed up the side of me. I've literally never been so excited. Maybe I do like them more than I let on. Me and the boys, back together again. And now I'm like riding with them to Ace. Oh no, I'm not. That's the pizza delivery man. Oh my god. I thought I was in UK Raise It Up. What? Oh my god, this is mental. This is obviously the place to be on a Friday night. Ashman. He's on a pizza bike. Guys on a pizza bike. What I can't work out, if the people that are stopping behind, are they just like normal people trying to get home?
Supermoto Matt, I'm the owner of UK BikeLife.
Is this enjoyable? At the minute, I'm not really enjoying myself.
Each to their own, innit? I just buzz off bikes full stop.
Yeah? Maybe I need to get on one.
Yeah.
This is the dream. Am I in now?
You in?
The only thing that's missing is a bike. What happens when someone pulls a wheelie? How do you celebrate?
You don't have banners. Go Kevin. Go Kevin.
When a kid first gets a ped at like 16, what does that mean? Like, what does it open up?
That's their world. When I was 16, that was everything. I've got Wavy as the swag man.
I'm the swag man right here. That's coming well back, you heard.
What's your swag?
Just have to see me on the bike.
So, the dream team.
Rounder and co-founder right here, that's what it is. I just came up with the idea, just UK Raise It Up, because Raise It Up's in America. Then Ash took it further and he promoted everything, he blew it up, so you've got to give him props for that, man. It's a lifestyle, it takes over your life.
I have to ride. You can't not ride. It's in our blood. It's what we do.
Bikes and getting money, that's my favourite things right there.
Who just crashed?
Two scooters crashing into each other, I think. But this is what happens, everyone gets too excited.
What, so was anyone hurt?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, look at the front.
Oh my god.
His headlight's a bit mangled, isn't it?
He's one of the younger kids as well.
Making their presence.
Before, yeah, there used to be this every Friday, and then next thing you know, there would be like 4 vans pull up, and everyone's bikes would be in the back.
Why'd you put tape over your number plate?
They're undercover, they'll record you and they'll send a letter to your house saying for dangerous driving. I'll do whatever it takes to get my bike.
Fight till the death?
Yes, I'll fight to the death.
Our police are everywhere, man, in their cars and that, and they see you, they're straight.
They're going to chase you.
Is it easier to get away if you're on a bike?
100% getaway chance.
All day long.
I don't wear a helmet, I don't fuck with number plates really. If I got my own bike, it ain't got a number plate on it. I've got too much to lose, fuck the police.
I've just spent my first night at Ace Cafe. I was expecting this like really nice chilled place where people would throw a couple of wheelies, but like when I turned up it was mental. There was people all across the street. It was so loud you had to shout. It was like a really bad nightclub. And there was smoke everywhere, and if you stepped too close to the road you were going to get hit. After today I think it's just given me like a taste of what's to come, and I'm really looking forward to the ride out.
Whilst Ash was the pragmatic and organisational force behind the dynamic duo, One Wheel Wavy was the fiery and unstoppable pin-up of UK Raise It Up, who claims to be able to wheelie forever. A celeb amongst the scene with 5,000 fans on Insta, and followed by some of the most notorious 12 o'clock boys all the way over in Baltimore, Wavy's greatest ambition in life is to make money from bikes, even talking of becoming a stunt rider in Hollywood. Wavy, aka Bossman, aka The General, wanted to show me where it all began on the estate he grew up on in North London.
When I started secondary school, that was it, game over, bike life. I was addicted.
And where were you getting the bikes from at that age?
We would just find them, we would acquire them off the streets.
What was like your main victim for that?
Pizza Hut. Definitely Pizza Hut. We used to order a pizza to like the top floor. Everyone would hide, hear the bike pull up, he'd go upstairs, come back down, and we're gone with the bike.
What's your like history with the police?
I think they're wankers, and I think they think the same about me, really. But fuck them. They're the #1 haters. I can understand when like someone ain't got control over their bike and that, and they're wheeling down the road. Yeah, maybe they might come off and hurt someone. I don't know. There's always going to be them scatty, reckless riders out there, boy.
So where did you get the name One Wheel Wavy?
When I ride bikes, I'm always on one wheel, definitely. Never on two wheels.
Why were you called Wavy?
I'm just wavy, innit? Just a wavy guy.
So I've been following you on Instagram, and you're probably like one of the big names in the scene at the minute. How did that come about, the brand of One Wheel Wavy?
When you're going hard, people notice, innit? I was doing my thing on the peds and that, so I thought, let me just make a video, put it on YouTube. Done that, and then that's where it went mad. The right people will notice me. Baltimore, dirt bike capital. That's where I want to be.
And when you do get on a bike, how does it make you feel?
Free. People say like I'm a bird, innit? I feel like I'm more like Aladdin or something. Just flying. Can't have
On your magic carpet?
Yeah.
Can I be Jasmine?
Yeah, if you want.
Wavy was the last person I expected to use a Disney analogy to describe how empowered he felt whilst on a bike. But he was definitely someone who had mastered his environment. Originally something to pass the time, he now sees bikes as a way out of suburban life.
Do you know anyone that's been seriously hurt on a bike?
Yeah. A couple of close friends have passed away, injured themselves, broken bones, lost limbs. I've seen other people crash and fuck themselves up.
Does it put you off?
Nah, it don't, man. When your friend passes away from riding, you've got to ride for them, for the fallen riders.
With mopeds seen as a stepping stone, Wavy introduced me to some of the more experienced riders in UK bike life, who had now passed through onto bigger, faster bikes. But with more power comes more danger.
We met on a ride out, and then he had a really bad accident, was in a coma for 13 days. Blunt force trauma, they said. So he broke
near enough everything on my left side.
Every bone in your body?
Scarred up.
his
Got
foot.
metal from here to here. My foot's fucked. It wasn't nice. Getting on the bike and just riding makes me feel more alive. If I didn't have that, I don't know, I reckon I would have drunk myself to death or something stupid like that, I don't know.
Do you ever worry about something like that happening again?
If I do come off now and it's hard enough, I'm dead. There's no coming back from that.
I think girls are too scared of bikes, to be honest.
Why?
Even riding out with these guys is scary sometimes because they're nutcases.
I've seen someone copying my swag.
Sure.
This is 5-star riders. We don't say 5-star rider in it. Don't put no hashtags around there, B.
What is a 5-star rider?
You ride anything, everything goes up. Quad bikes, super bikes, dirt bikes, anything. All right, Matt, listen, this is what I do on my t-shirts, yeah? And this is a pair of scissors, what I do with your t-shirts if you copy my designs. Okay, BikeLife, no, we ain't having that. It's a 5-star riders. Keep your own swag to yourself, yeah? That little hashtag, yeah, was my design.
Stays on 5-star riders.
5-star riders.
Cutting up someone's t-shirt over a hashtag seemed quite petty. BikeLife is meant to be all about community, but this is an example of inevitable boy politics that creep in when self-promotion get in the way of riding. Ultimately, this beef was over a t-shirt design and a hashtag.
When I hear a group of young people speaking so passionately about something, and for them it's way more than just a bike, there's something really noble about it and it's really romantic. But in reality, when you see them zooming in and out of cars on a motorway, it really highlights the double-edged sword of what BikeLife is.
It was the day of the big ride out. We followed Ash to meet the other Croydon riders before joining the masses at Ace Cafe.
Oh! This is mental. Ow! Oh my God! His feet is on the saddle, on the main road. The police are right there. If this is the warm-up, then I'm scared for later. Oh my God, there's literally so many of them.
I ain't been sleeping.
Is that why you got these on? Let me see your eyes. Is that alright? Have you been to sleep yet? You look kind of sleepy too. Have you not even had a shower and we're out for the big day?
Because these are all gone. Why are you trying to violate?
What do the women think?
Tell me.
Yeah, my heart's fluttering.
Of course.
What's it feel like when you're riding along all together?
We them boys. We run the roads, pretty much.
Standing in a sea of almost 100 boys in tracksuit bottoms on a hot summer's morning, I started to realise just how important these events were to the people here. Everyone seemed to have a sleepy teen haze still looming over them from the night before. But there was an energy in the air and everyone was excited to be riding out together.
So, Ash, like the Pied Piper, has just rallied up the troop. He's like bossing them all where to go. And now we're about to leave for the big ride out. Whoa, there's like 100 bikes. They're completely taken over the road. This is mental. I can barely keep up. The police are right up there, so they're all telling them to slow down at the back. They're touching their heads. I guess that's the police signal.
Seeing the grey and boring dual carriageway transformed by a mob of bikers in Technicolor t-shirts, I was buzzing. It was a Sunday morning spectacle. There was something almost quite majestic about it. But as I was watching them dart in and out of traffic on one wheel, it was clear that one wrong move and someone could get seriously hurt, if not killed. The ride out continued for over an hour, until we reached the final location, the wheelie spot. Miraculously, everyone arrived in one piece.
Now I need to find Ash because I'll be scared all on my own. You were like Pied Piper, you like gathered them all up and sent them on their way. How does it feel that everyone's like made it here?
When you've got so many bikers, you've gathered everyone together, and to get them all in one spot, it's just a good feeling. There was one accident on the way, unfortunately, due to unexperienced riders not being aware of their surroundings. We ride in a group, you look out for each other. I'm surprised that there's not more than one accident, all the bikes are. Obviously you're going mad, isn't you? So, I mean, one crash ain't too bad, is it?
There's so many people here. How does it feel when you're all together?
Family. Yeah. Not everyone knows everyone, but we all ride bikes.
Everyone comes together, it doesn't matter who you are, what area. We've got people from Peckham, North London, we're from South London. You've got a bike and everyone's like, yeah, friends. I don't know how you explain it, it's like our church. This is our church on Sunday. BikeLife Sunday.
This is a lot safer than what...
body armour.
Yeah, for your boobies.
They call me scatty right? Every time I rev, I say bass. Sometimes when I'm doing a wheelie, I drift up to the next lane. I play chicken with other cars.
Suddenly, the vibe turned sour. Supermoto appeared with a bloody nose, apparently something to do with a t-shirt cutting incident from the day before. It was a shame that something as petty as Instagram beef had escalated to this level.
Fuck the beef between each other, get your bike.
But soon it was diffused by all the riders one common enemy, the police. They'd arrived to shut it down and rumours were quickly spreading that they had allegedly tried to hit a rider off his bike. To avoid any further antagonism, Ash rounded up over 100 riders and moved them on.
Fucking fun spoilers! Look how many police cars they get out just for some bikes, man. Fucking bored little wankers, man. Look at this, just for a couple bikes having some fun on the road. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 police cars, yeah, that could be out catching a serious crime right now. Wasting time, look at this.
They come and literally, boom, flicked out the truncheon straight away, went for it, like, boom, boom.
Some guy nearly got hit off his bike by the police. Like, there's no need for that. If he had a weapon, then maybe, yeah, but they just want to hit someone. Yeah? They just want to use their baton, that's what it is. They just want to make arrests, that's what it is. They want to take people's bikes.
Everyone's leaving now because about 6 police cars are showing up.
There's no need to speed yet.
Fuck this, let's just go home. Fuck this, man. I can't bother with this.
I can kind of understand why the police want to shut it down. There was even 2 kids that had an accident on the way here. But on the other hand, it seems like there's a group of young people with so much energy and so much passion, and they just want a place to feel together, and there's not really anywhere that they can do that.
Far from being antisocial, what I found was a club of lost boys searching for a bit of fantasy and escapism from an environment where both things are severely lacking. Yes, it's dangerous, yes, it's irresponsible, but their dedication to forming a lifestyle around a vehicle that sometimes people laugh at truly does reflect a classic British ability to make the best of what you have. Obsessions with recognition and online profile might not seem that impressive, but for them it's a glimmer of hope that they might be picked out of obscurity and flown over to join the American gods of bike life. But even if they don't, they've created something that's their own, that reflects who they are and where they come from. And it turns out after all these years, there's still something charming, fun, and a little bit edgy about boys on bikes.